just as Jordan strafed wide, the smoke was already being deployed. To face there, or if Stewie told him to face before the smoke came in, like something went wrong there, and that's kind of for me where it fell apart. And then yes, Shroud late round pushing by himself, didn't need to. They didn't need the information. They already knew the bomb was down. He could have pounced a little bit later on. And this right here by Stewie, he didn't push the smoke immediately, right?
Right.
But he still pushed the smoke.
Yeah, you knew he was going to have it at some point. Yeah. You could just feel it.
I could almost bank on it.
Great round from Henny, though. I mean, 3 of the important impact kills, the opening pick and all that, and Stewie going through the smoke when he's blind. And then a 4th one there at the end. So the AWP getting the job done.
Cloud9 forcing into this one. Stewie's got the AWP, and they don't want to give this up.
This is risky. This is a big investment because this has implications moving forward into the future.
This is where it could all crumble, right?
That makes me nervous.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that, and I was talking to Anders about the potential theory behind how you can make it so you can get middle a little bit quicker and faster, but Stewie immediately making that AWP effective. HG will block him from getting away, but he's going to skip, jump, hop.
He just does it. This is what we mentioned on Train as well. With Stewie having the AWP, he likes to make those aggressive plays. He likes to go chase down that first kill and then get away.
Here's the thing when you're the in-game leader, right? You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, he's going to go for another peek here. Henny, he's quicker. Way quicker.
That's so unnecessary. You have the number advantage. Just maybe move the AWP around to another position.
And you definitely don't have the weaponry to play from a disadvantage. 3 CZ, or 2 CZs and a P250. Shroud's going to run out of bullets here. Oh, but he gets it. The last one, he just taps away. Still manning down this bomb site. It's under immense pressure. 2 players in checker for Immortals.
It's super hard right now for Shroud just to chill, but that needs to be his goal, not to move, let them in close. Hope he has a player in heaven who can strafe out wide and assist.
And they're rotating away from him. Now they're coming back, but it might just be too late. That Molotov's going to force him out. Easy kill. And even automatic force to make some kind of a play. A hope and a prayer, and it's gone. So risky investment for Cloud9. And unless Jordan, I mean, there's a couple low players. He could make something out of this if he gets fortunate with some timings, fortunate with who he fights first. But Henny with that AWP is going to be intimidating, and it's going to be another easy kill for him. 2 on the round.
Yeah, Shroud did the right thing by staying hidden, but Immortals, they had that Molotov, which was all they needed to push him out of position, make their life a little bit easier, and then get into that site.
It's always the tough decision when you're that player, and you kind of feel like you need to peek to have the info to be able to tell your teammate if he should stay or not.
All you needed is like the player in heaven to get ready to swing before that Molotov came in, right? So if Shroud had said, let's take the fight before they completely get on top of me, he could have picked from the site, and then the Heaven player could have swung out and hoped to have traded in that situation. But right now, because of that force fire by the economy, is going to definitely be in the hands of Immortals, and they have a chance now off the back of bolts to milk some cash with this. Mac 10 in middle. He's getting harassed early, losing 52 points of health, eventually recovers, takes down Shroud, and the other 3 players from Cloud9 have all found themselves in middle. Nade gets dunked on the head of nothing there as he finally gets taken down. The last 2 facing from the white box, and it's probably all she wrote right now. As I say that, though, 2 frags, maybe a 3rd. Never mind.
Never mind.
So, Jason, here's something which I think can be really cool. If you're the T side and you start off with a lot of pressure towards middle, especially early round, the CTs have to start eventually putting more numbers there, right? Like, that has to be the natural progression. What I would love to see a team do who does that is then send the AWP to Squeaky Door. And once he gets to Squeaky Door, he can pick towards Highway, free kill, bada bing, bada boom, thanks for coming, Dice Clay.
Yeah, it's one of the things that teams really, really have a tough time, finding a good answer to on this map is the extremities can just be so powerful, and mid is so important. So you're really torn between a rock and a hard place on these CT sides, especially considering if you have to put a lot of attention on mid, then I mean, just one pop flash through a smoke is going to be brutal.
Yeah, sure. I think the fact that Cloud9 have finally got the guns back up in this situation means they can look at changing the hold on this A bomb site, because it was very weak previously. So they need to not rely on pushing through smokes when the execute comes in and trying to be a little bit more proactive, or maybe even go for a full-on retake where they're not throwing their lives away and playing those after-plant situations a bit smarter.
Steel in the door is occupying a lot of attention. Immortals coming into position. All 5 players towards this A bomb site. 1 door, that's Steel. Here come the smokes, here come the counter nades from C9. Flashbangs over. Looks like one's calling for a boost, and it's not in yet, but they're just going to have to hold off as these flashbangs. No, Stewie's just looking for someone to jump over. Pop flash coming through. Skittle turns away perfectly. That's so nice. He gets 1, and they haven't looked at him yet. Stewie doing a great job of distracting, and still neither of them have been dealt with. This defense has been great. Bolts coming through, thinks Stewie is reloading, and he meets the business end of Skidoodle's M4. A late pop flash blinds Henny. Still lands a shot, and a 1-on-3. They've got to be careful here. They can't give too many guns away.
Yeah, they don't want to let that 3rd mound go down right now. Henny will want to find that will get taken down by Stewie. We had a fantastic round just there. But yeah, the point there, the difference there from when they played Luminosity was Automatic or Stewie, it was basically them just, trying it differently. Whoever was the player in position was just pushing through smokes. This time they actually held the bomb site itself. They played behind the smoke wall, waited for the T's to push through, and made the frags they needed to, and it was a bit of mayhem right there.
Yeah, and in that we'll consistently go back to that point because they seem to thrive in it, Stewie especially. And yeah, maybe when Automatic's there, it's just a little bit too much of attempted playmaking, but Skriddle uses positioning perfectly to support Stewie in that round. 2 kills for him. The boost up over the top. This is quick mid-take, yeah. They've already got it.
This is the flip side, Smokes, Jason. You cop this in the show match, and they're already all the way out at highway, picking towards the A bomb side of Steel, and it's going to get the information, and that's going to put the CTs on notice. They have to make a decision right now.
Ooh.
Jordan's pushed up. Off angle. Going to find bolts and give the number advantage, but left on 5 HP, and will they try and close in on his position?
I can't get away there. Dicey position to be in, and also Shroud can't fall back either. Shroud's wide out in the open. It's still going to expect this. It's Henny who grabs the kill just as he turns the corner. Automatic's got to fight and fire to bring it into a 3-on-3, and KNG with the peak gives Immortals the advantage. Still one player from Immortals. Steel, no, that's not Steel. That's is that Lucas over at the door? Yeah, it is. He's
Lucas,
just now coming back.
He's floating over there really late in the round, and that could be a problem as Stewie's already pushed out on the catwalk.
Easy kill. He's going to go for one more, but he looks the wrong way. It was a guess. He had to go left or right. Skadoodle now knows, that flashbang might have just ended it. Lucas is coming in fast. Skadoodle's got to get this kill quick, but he gets there just in time. A 4th for Immortals, and it's the reset.
Put a cape on Lucas to the rescue right there. KNG had a tight situation unfolding in front of him, but he finally got there from Squeaky Door. Top fragging once more for the Immortals boys, and really showing some form here today. Now Cloud9 out of money. They've gone to withdraw some cash, and nothing's coming out.
That position from nothing is so curious. Like on top of that box, just looking back at the vents, and then you can't get away.
Well, you can use it as a one-way, Jason, to pick into Sunroom, right? But you'd hope that Shroud's covering your vent while you're pushed up in that forward position. And then we saw Shroud get caught in that really weird...
just the corner of the
little
pit.
mini pit, right? And you never want to be stuck there unless you have a teammate baiting for you, being a distraction. A-main pushes come in without the flash being used from Shroud, and they're all pushed up in a very forward position right now.
This is being watched, though, by Henny. No real danger for the Immortal side of things. The question is, when do they push forward? They're waiting for a pop flash, I would assume. That's on Shroud.
What can he do, though? He must run all the way back around to middle, right? That's the only way that Shroud's flash can be effective.
Yeah, we'll just drop it right past the lip. Maybe they're waiting for a footstep sound. I think this is just going to be a massacre.
It's a very tight line there to get the right pop flash, because you never know where that T could be watching from, but... Still is at Squeaky, which tells me they want to go A, and Lucas is going to have
that's a terrible flashbang.
Have a fight on his hands.
Yeah, up close though. The 2 USBs get taken out. Lucas, he almost gets all 3. His twin covers up the 3rd, and it's just on a Shroud and Automatic. There was a chance there. They've done some decent damage. And if they got the right kills with 2 ops, it can be very dicey to have to retake A main. It just doesn't pan out for Cloud9.
Here's some next level theory crafting.
Yeah.
How big or how much of an advantage do you think being a twin is? That natural chemistry, do you reckon it exists? Because there's some reports, and it's probably a lot of baloney, but twins can feel pain when their better half is
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real.
I don't know if that's real either, but you always hear about those stories, right?
Imagine if in Counter-Strike, he automatically...
I think the thing is you never hear the stories where twins don't have that, so your only experience is
true.
When they do have it. But just brothers in general. I played with my brother. There were a lot of brothers back in the day that played on the same teams, and you just kind of... I think it's just from living in the same household that you kind of get a better sense of how they play. Fun fact. Fast mid control again. Steel's going to get up into vents very quickly. No one's opposed him, and Automatic going to try and make the aggressive play. Steel looks ready for it, and he is, but Automatic wins the fight.
Yeah, not only that, look towards Squeaky Door. Henny's gone there now with the... Oh, no, it's not Henny. It's KNG with the AWP, and he's able to pick down towards highway. Grab that frag that I was talking about. Another one onto Stewie, and that's the A bomb site open for business.
Oh, God, that's no good at all. It looked like there was going to be a chance for Stewie. The bomb's going to get planted. Good utility on the Cloud9 side, and Automatic has a kit. And then nothing going to be coming up highway. There's the flash. Henny with another one. These ops are just tearing Cloud9 apart. Down into a 2-on-2. Molotov is going to force Henny away. He's got to fight or run, and he does neither. But bolts with the double kill. They line up.
Double kill.
Doubles.
Talk about the powerful positions of A when you have that AWP, and I think when you're running one op, of course, get him out the forklift can stop anybody crossing to the side, just like we saw there. But they had double. They had the 2 ops set up, one at the forklift, one at the quad box. Doesn't get much better than that. And this nice second shot right here by KNG. He's pretty quick with that AWP.
Double up on the T side, working out pretty nicely. Yeah, this is unfortunate. That Molotov goes perfectly right. Just the good peek from Bolts at the right moment, knowing his teammate's in trouble. Going for some spam. Cloud9 back on the pistols again. We've seen a lot of saves. Is this kind of a product of that early buy that we talked about? They bought the AWP, a UMP, and three upgraded pistols.
Yeah, I feel like they probably would have found themselves in this situation anyway, right? The loss bonus may have been built up a little bit more so, but it feels like they're really reaching right now, like me with jokes on the analyst desk from time to time, but I don't know what they can do to stabilize it. They look so shaky in their holds. There's no real confidence in the way that they're addressing positions. They're not really taking any initiative in terms of aggression. They're being dictated to with mid control. The frags seem to be going the way of the Immortals players, and I guess a pause would be a great little move to calm everybody down and come up with a plan. But it just seems like they're ready for this day to run away from them.
It seems like they just want to take fights. And when you're fighting into these ops, KNG's had some good rounds, Henny's had some good rounds with the AWP. This tends to be what happens, right? We just see him kind of like peeking.
Maybe take it to the car park if you want to get into a brawl. There's the mid control smoke, Jason. So this is great. This is my type
They're not doing it though.
This is my type of Counter-Strike, though. This is the precedent that they've set. And Squeaky Door Push is coming in. So here's the initiative and aggression I was talking about. Lucas almost gets caught with his hands down. The Steel's there to cover off and grab 2 quick kills. Once again, the A duo of Stewie and Automatic has been taken down early in the round. And
oh, they'll boost. Nothing with the late play. And he knows because they've spotted Steel there, who has 2 kills, that he's indoor. So he's going to go chase him down. And this is scary for Immortals. This is where they could just lose it because Steel has the bomb, but he's made his way into the site. Could be a free plant, but I imagine he's just going to chill here. He needs his teammate in some regard. He needs him to either get a kill on the other side of the map or make his way over to support. Otherwise, it's just fortunate timing.
Henny may as well be in another country right now because he is so far away from Steel, who needs all the help he can get, like you mentioned. But searching for a frag in this middle section is about to be smoked off and completely negated. And what?
Yeah, the timing. Nothing goes for it. He knows Steel
Why
had
is he
went that
pushing
path.
out the door, Jason?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe just feeling like he needs to make the play. Oh, Steel's he's being sneaky.
Sneaky beaky like.
Yeah, he's got to walk though.
Oh, he's going to get Skadoons.
This flash, is it going to pull Scooter's attention away? No.
There we go. That's the patience. Old mate TL, Tyler Latham.
And
it done.
sometimes you'd say, just get the bomb down, 7 HP and a 1-on-2, but they have so much money at the moment, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, and taking that frag onto to nothing is huge because it takes away another gun, forces Cloud9 to drop some weapons over, or someone has to buy up cheaply, and it appears to be Automatic who's found himself a UMP in hand. And the way things are going right now, that was initiative at Squeaky Door and the boost over mid. So 2 positions that Cloud9 took with aggression, and it worked out in their favor. More of that. Let's have it.
Henny with the AWP has been going for a lot of peeks here. Flash out. Mid control coming in for Cloud9. It looks like they're going for a boost. They could get caught with their pants down, though. There's the mid attack. Lucas gets 1. Automatic gets the both of them. That's big boy stuff. Bolt's now going to come right through the smoke. The sound of that nade hiding his footsteps, and he's going to clear it out. Skadoodle gets completely fooled. That's so nice from Bolts.
I love that play. That's something which I first saw Stewie doing, right? Where they do that B main smoke, and then he just walk through it and stroll into the site. And as I'm talking about Counter-Strike, the game unfolds in front of us with Cloud9 turning that round around. To spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. And the record of Immortals with weapons has been broken.
Yes.
They're on eco. No, they're 4 spot. Why?
This counts. This counts as weapons.
Okay, yeah. They've 4 spot. What can they make happen? I would like to see a set piece coming out, maybe towards the A-bomb site, getting those smokes down.
You imagine there's going to be a high amount of aggression with 3 Tech 9s. Like when the hit comes in, something is just going to be very swarming. But I mean, this is Cloud9's response, right? You said you wanted to see proactive. We saw the door push. Now we're seeing an A main push from Stewie. KNG just does not have the weaponry to fight that. Just a UMP.
Yeah, it looks like Cloud9 have finally found their testicles in this one, and they're playing with a bit of balls, playing up in the faces of Immortals, and it's working.
Sometimes you got to play with your dick instead of your brain, right?
Sure.
Well, there's a flash from Henny up into the ceiling.
All right, so they're boosting into the vent right now. That's very good to help to take the pressure off middle. They're very heavy there. Automatic pushed up under the boost. Skadoodle patrolling with the AWP in the backlines and nothing in the vents. Able to swing between middle and B. And it looks like a mid attack is coming in. There's a lot of utility is used. Automatic is found out. And he's going to drop once more.
That's what we're mentioning though when we talk like you have players there, right? Like you have nothing in vents. Why are you swinging so wide as soon as the utility comes to take that fight? You're luring them into a crossfire. That's kind of what you wanted.
Frags, yeah.
I imagine Skadoodle is going to have a pop flash here for Stewie, but they better come quick. There it is. Nice push through. Only gets one. Immortals is so prepared for these plays. Down into a 3-on-3. They still don't have great weaponry, but that's going to help. Skadoodle with a missed shot. Dropped by Steel. They can salvage that. Safe bomb plant, although he's brought down very low. Great positioning for nothing at forklift. Now it gets tough. Hasn't even salvaged the op. Wants to go for a play here in the smoke. Is he just going to camp it? Nope. Comes right through. Fool's Shroud disappears into it as well.
Houdini.
29 HP. He can do this. Close up. One shot would do it, but nothing finds the kill. 3 in the round for him. He's going to salvage the AWP, and that's the 3rd round in a row for Cloud9.
Yeah, they've turned this one around. They did lose that opening pick, like you mentioned, with Automatic there in middle. That's a bit dicey, and they did have the weapon advantage, so it's good that they finally converted that. And now Immortals are in a really interesting position. Do they force again? Lucas has 4K.
I think that's the scary spot, right? Because with that plant, they could actually force buy and make something pretty dangerous. They're just going to go for it.
Yeah. They want to contest for all of these rounds. Every one on the board is good for them, I suppose. You need
it's
16
also that
to win
feeling,
the game.
right, where you get down to one player and you feel like you have their economy on the verge of being broken.
Yeah.
It's not like huge this late in the game, but just that extra round would be very nice.
Yeah, and if you can punish them here, then you will finish the half probably with a 9-6, right? So I can see the logic for them going for this buy. How close Automatic is again.
That is a beautiful flashbang. Automatic and Shroud respond, though. Stewie's the one that fell this time. And it's just been up the aggression from Cloud9 has been the response. Just push everything. Take turns, cycle through the map. First door, first A main, or second A main, and then this round they're pushing B.
It appears to be the answer, though.
Yeah.
They're finding those opening frags and not getting dictated to in the late to mid rounds. And it's working for them, so you have to keep kind of running with that. They can probably take their foot off the gas when we get to the last round if they do convert this one.
It almost feels like they're playing this CT side like it's terror side, like it's an offense.
Yeah, sometimes, Jason, they say the best defense
is a good offense.
Yeah. Where's that from?
I'm not sure. You hear it a lot in sports. I don't know the exact origins of the saying. Automatic with another kill into KNG, and it's just down to Henny. He's only got a Tech 9, so the force buy doesn't work. That's going to allow Cloud9 with his late run. It's going to have been 4 straight. They'll even things up at 7-7.
Could get the bomb down here, and that means they'll be able to get another buy up, because Automatic is stuck in the back of the side on 15 HP. He needs the cavalry to arrive right now, and he's just flash delaying, doing a great job of keeping Henny at bay, but we'll go down. Might not get that plant, though.
Don't need to peek that either. Scoodle up top. Now it's doable. Armor and an M4 and 100 HP for Henny. 1 above and 1 below as he's going to get the bomb planted. Not going to fake it. Cloud9 not swinging wide just yet. There's the first kill. The up shot misses. He's not ready for nothing to swing wide down low. Another clutch for nothing right at the end.
He's getting those 1v1s in the bag.
The veteran.
Yeah, he was struggling early. He's got himself up to 8 kills. He's going to get another defuse. The 1v1s, that means they're impact rounds or impact frags. So he's getting it done when he needs to. Automatic and Stewie are having a much better game than what we saw on Train. So the fact that they're activated, especially by this aggression, is what they're known for. And the problem is, Jason, I highlighted it before that bomb went down, but if they were to get it down, which they did, another really decent buy is going to come out here from Immortals. And the ones who are sitting in the weaker position is actually Cloud9, who, you know, you've got a Famus. I haven't seen what Automatic is going to buy just yet.
And this is the crappy part of the counter-terrorist economy.
Yeah.
Is that despite winning 4 in a row, the terrorists actually have a better buy than you. Although plenty of utility. You could see the Famus is being picked up by Shroud and Automatic to get some extra utility. And Henny almost lands that shot. That'd be huge. Going for a timing spam. Oh, almost finds that.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice?
All right, so now they have to be a little bit worried about the mid-presence. They know that AWP came up. They probably weren't expecting it considering the rounds that they'd won, but those plants, once again, have made it possible. Setting up in a default spread, they've got KNG listening for the A-main aggression or movement. Steal over towards Squeaky. They're kind of just posturing at this point, waiting to see what could happen. And now Henny is going over to Squeaky. Maybe he can do the pick towards Highway. If this works, that's 2 for 2 from the AWPers from Squeaky Door.
Yeah, and this time there's no aggression anywhere on the map from Cloud9. So these are the rounds that they've struggled with. Hopper at the door. He's been scoped in this whole time so they wouldn't hear it.
Smart.
Waiting for a peek.
Miss nade there. Spam will come in. That's risky business from
Was
Stewie.
that his own nade?
Yeah, he whiffed it and missed the door. I would like to see Automatic get in the site with Stewie and maybe you've done a boost at the bomb box and let Skadoodle up towards middle from quad. I think that would have been a better adjustment because right now Automatic is in a float position with Skadoodle already covering off towards highway. I know it means he can lean towards B, but...
Oh, no. I was wondering when the information play could come in. This is the wrong spot for it. Nothing sees the bomb, so it's go call from Immortals. Flames are going to delay him a little bit, but this defense has got to get in a position and it's just falling apart. 3 quick kills. It just simply crumbles.
It almost felt unnecessary, right? Like, they had strong site holds. They had Automatic as the float. They had 2 people in that A bomb site. They had 2 people in the B bomb site. You would have had 3 at any site once the attack had come in.
I think it's just the underlying issue of Cloud9 seeming very uncomfortable on the CT side.
Yeah.
And they have to go for a play somewhere, right? Oh, look at this Skadoodle doing his best simple impression with the dropping kill and actually drops the smoke. Lures one out. He gets another. That's 4 kills for Skadoodle. He's tapped the bomb. Is Henny going to push forward? He has plenty of time for this Skadoodle. No, he misses the shot. Now he's going to get on the bomb. I think he's just going to stick it. Henny, he's got a Glock.
He's got
and
it.
he can't fight it. The knife coming in, and he's got it.
Skadoodle
is a hero.
What are you doing? This is an FPL. You like that one?
That was good.
Thanks.
Oh, how does that happen?
That was nuts.
What? Didn't even see it coming.
I was too busy talking about what they did wrong, and Skadoodle's showing me what they want to do right. Dropping in with the AWP, finding 2 quick frags, the third to make the 1v1 possible, and then maybe a little bit of a misplay. He missed the shot, which you normally expect him to hit, but the pressure was on in this situation, and he's able to win it.
Why don't they swing wide here? It looked like they considered it.
I'm not quite sure. They should have just taken the fight, right? He has an AWP. He can't shoot 2 people at once.
Oh, and then Bolts is lining up the Molotov. That's heartbreaking.
The pistol round is already live, Jason, and Skadoodle once again with that utility. It looks like they want to go for a B play off the bat.
Yeah, just why not go for it? Lucas is caught in the corner, and he's going to get dropped. Stewie with confidence there. KNG up above, trying to prevent the cross. He's going to get one. No, he's not. Nothing was blind, but Skadoodle bails him out. Skadoodle's a hero at the moment. Jeez.
He's Cloud9's MVP right now. IMO, TBH, LOL.
Playing like he really wants that gold jacket.
Yeah. It's a nice jacket.
Here's Bolts, another one for him. This is still doable. Bolts and Henny on their way in. No kit. Shroud's going to try and delay things. Great crossfire setup. Nothing with the heroics there. They're going to double peek him, and oh my god, they might lose it. Henny, this is magical. In response to Skadoodle, he gets it. What a round from Henny, and 2 rounds with back-to-back mistakes, allowing incredible clutches.
What on earth is happening?
What are we watching, Chad?
This is just silly, isn't it?
Oh no. You hate to see it.
The last 2 rounds haven't made any sense at all. Like, okay, well, 2 people are swinging wide. Why aren't... they're all trying to fight. They were all doing the right thing. They all tried to fight him, but they just got punished. I suppose if they just played a safer crossfire, they would have won the round.
I even like the decision to go fight him, right? They just didn't kill him.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Like, okay, so everybody playing at home, the decision to fight him was made by everybody, right? They all decided to do that, and that was fine because they were dueling him together. They just didn't make the frag, and Henny was cool, calm, and collected under pressure. Grabbed 3 frags, got the defuse, able to pick himself up his favorite weapon.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Op in the second round.
Yeah, it's quite juicy, isn't it?
Nade stacking. Now, do you give anything into the sense that maybe there's an argument that he's showing off that he has the AWP in the second round, which is a little unnecessary?
No, it's the weapon he's best with. May as well get it in his hands. Obviously, his other teammates have to play around that. They have to make sure that they're not going to put him in an awkward situation where he's having to retake on his own with the AWP or he can get swarmed. So that's just something that has to go into the consideration right now for the boys of Immortals, and they were able to do that with the 4 UMPs. And now Cloud9, with that plan on pistol round, are able to get the AKs up. I think they just need to do an explosion play right now. We know the aggression is going to come in from the Immortals guys, so when they're going into any choke point together, make sure a bulk of the team has got their back turned and, you have one guy standing gun on to take the fight. You don't want to get that flash and have it fall apart from there. Here's the boost right now coming in from Immortals. This could wreak a bit of havoc. Or is it reap?
Reek. Well, yeah, the boost is coming up. It doesn't look like anyone's got their eyes immediately on it. Skittle's right underneath it. All right, so he's waiting for it. He's got the bomb as well.
That's quite good, actually, because when KNG comes over the top, he's not going to be looking straight down, obviously. He has to glance ahead slightly, and Skadoodle should have the advantage there and be able to make this frag, unless a flash comes over, and then we're in trouble.
Or if Stewie just ruins it, plays far back. This is just timing, though. I mean, we're seeing it now.
They know something's up, though, Jason. Look at this. You have two people looking at it. They must have a feeling something's going on here.
Yeah, maybe they heard a footstep on the boost. Maybe there was some kind of mistake made that we didn't catch on the spectator. But either way, he's going to get plenty of action coming his way. No, he's not, actually. Everyone's readjusting over towards B. There's the timing. Sees the nade come over.
Stewie just punched his monitor.
Yep, Stewie's very, very angry. That's tilt-worthy. Either way, with one of the vents, the bomb site is isolated for the moment. That's going to be Lucas. Steel, he's making his play now. Nothing's got to get that kill. Steel's slowed down the bomb at the very least. And there's one on the flank as well. This is so dicey. Another one. This is stressful for Cloud9. They don't know where all these UMPs are coming from, but still. Henny with the op can do nothing. Brought into a 2-on-2, and that push forward is going to allow this to stabilize for a moment. Bolts drops down. Good trading. That is non-stop action, isn't it, through those vents?
Entertaining, to say the least. Some would say a shock to the system. Okay, so finally Cloud9 are able to stabilize in this half. Well, it's still early on, but getting that round with the AK-47s...
Another op for the CT side.
Yeah, they got cash for days, don't they?
Well, for one more day, at least.
They're able to get up a pretty decent buy in the current meta of the game, so... See what they can pull out of the bag here. They did have that early aggression, especially by KNG, who did find Stewie early. See if they go for something similar.
I feel like there's...
Well, they're doing the run boost today.
There's no way they would expect an AWP in this round, I feel like.
So, see the run boost right there, Jason, that they did?
Yeah.
I've been talking to the Anders about this. The reason that you probably do the run boost is if you assume they're going to sit far back in A main, because if you do the normal boost, you're going to get spammed.
Yeah.
If you do the run boost, you can get hurt if they play up close. So there's pros and cons to everything in life.
And I don't think there's really any real indication you can have of what's happening on that side, so it's kind of just a gamble.
Yeah.
Well,
life's a risk.
Life's a risk. Henny with the op is in the middle of the map, but it's pretty passive defense. If he gets smoked out, he's not going to stick around for a fight. There's a flashbang. Probably saw that body, just goes for the blind shot. Now it's given up at the op is here.
How do they adjust? That's the question for me.
Looks like they want to go right at it, doesn't it?
So right now they should take A main, right? KNG should probably get flushed into A main here with bolts, but Henny is going to move into the side, and he's going to be watching highway from A. Oh, moving around now, calling me a liar. KNG goes down. Maybe they won't expect the boost from bolts right here.
I don't think they will, but they chuck it anyway. Skittle finds it out really quickly. That's 3 kills for bolts, holding strong. And there's the op from Henny. Automatically going to get a chance to lurk. A response immediately from Immortals, and that's something that we didn't see in the Cloud9 CT side, was them able to sustain their economy the way that Immortals has just done.
Yeah, you see the adjustment there, KNG taking A main off of Cloud9, even though he went down, the information was there, and it kind of tricked the C9 players into thinking that why would anybody be pushing A main if they have a player on the boost? It's almost nonsensical in that regard, and Bolts capitalized on that little play.
It's one of the only plays you can make, right, though, as a CT with that, in that kind of a situation, because you have no mid control. You have to gain it somewhere else.
It's the right call.
Yeah.
Man, some of the grenades today have been absolutely atrocious. Skadoodle's been missing some sitters. You see Henny throwing some bad ones. Stewie missing a HE into the door from just meters away. Looks like it's going to be an A attack, a smoke, and a couple of flashes across the board for Cloud9. So if they can get the bomb down, mission accomplished. KNG's playing in a good spot, because if an execute comes over, he doesn't have to play in the site. He can drop back. He can let them take that site, and that's exactly what happened. That's the fundamental Counter-Strike I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's a lovely spam through. A little bit of luck, but exactly. KNG falls away, so they can't get an M4 if he dies. Oh, look at the damage to the smoke. Bomb gets planted. That's mission accomplished in that regard. And because they haven't salvaged any rifles, because they were playing this kind of a retake, this is going to be so much more difficult to hold this off with just the Tech 9s. Nade stack.
Hadouken.
A huge position cleared out for Immortals on this retake. It's all on Stewie and Skidoodle. There's the aggression. Gets one. Dink down, though. Can't go forward. They're just so low.
Yeah. Those
Whittles
two frags, though, Jason, that they got is like the cherry on top, right?
Yeah.
You know, they didn't need... Well, I'm sure they wanted them. And to win the round, they needed them. But the goal of the round, like you mentioned, was to get that bomb down. And once that's planted, it gives them a bit more cash. Still in dire straits, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, they invested a lot into that round. So obviously a win was obviously desired, but they're running out of time to be too happy about those silver linings.
Yeah, maybe if they just pick up some deagles, or looks like they're going for utility again, so maybe some form of execute here, because the loss bonus will push them across the line and into a gun round next round regardless. Stewie's only has 1,600 left, nothing with 1,700. Looks like they're going to do a B execute with the utility, I can see. So Stewie's pushing them off of checkers, and they're just going to flash and push through the smoke.
And more retake. Lucas playing towards CT spawn. Does he transition into the bomb site? He's got a teammate in vent. No, he doesn't. There's no smoke in this cross. That's an easy 2 kills for Lucas. Could go for a third as well, and he's going to get it. An easy wipeout. So more investment that doesn't really do a whole lot for Cloud9.
Easy peasy. So they had an idea, they had utility, I can appreciate that, but they didn't get anything from it. So this is Cloud9's chance to get back in the game. Stewie invested way too deeply into that last round. He can only afford a Galil right now. He's had to grab some utility, so he might have an execute or a play in mind. I think maybe lifting the tempo, maybe going for something fast, bringing the random factor into it could be the play, but Scooter with that AWP tells a different story.
Going for the timing, and it's not there.
At this point, it's just silly.
Yeah, I'm assuming the CTs know the timing just as well now and just avoid it. Perhaps. Nope. Damage onto automatic, down to 30 HP. Gonna go for a boost here, or is this just double setup?
Maybe they want to get flashed in.
Yeah, maybe a timing push once that smoke clears.
They do have Henny in the backline, so he could like throw a flash for them, but...
oh, they're just gonna walk in.
I like this.
Boost over red box?
Oh, this would be tasty.
That would be lovely.
This is very aggressive.
This is the kind of setup that really pisses you off if you run into it.
Yeah, I'd tilt.
Steele's not playing as much bait as I thought, though. He's pretty committed here.
Yeah, he could be jiggle peeking that corner, eh?
Yeah, but oh my god, the nades are out and their hands are not prepared for that. Automatic is furious, and they're just going to fall away. This throws a wrench in all the plans of Cloud9. Retake again on the same bomb site, but Boltz is going to get himself into the bomb site, and they're going to stream players in. There's 4 people from Immortals here. This is a great read. Talk about being proactive on the map. They figured it all out before it begins, and it's an easy wipeout.
Yeah, they just read that like a coloring book, didn't they? They had everything sorted. Fiddle found a frag, immediately rotated it over to A to completely shut down that A attack from Cloud9 and Immortals. 3 rounds away from grabbing a spot at the major qualifier. Oh, they're going to be feeling good right now because everything, every call that Steel is making is perfect. You know, they're getting all the reads. Nothing's force sport. They took a pause. Why are you buying that early into the pause? The tilted. I would almost put my house on the fact that they're having some infighting right now. The Cloud9 guys, they're shutting down. Speculation indeed, but
the whole house.
Yeah, the one that I don't have.
Well, there's the first problem. Either way. Yeah, that's... I mean, after that pistol round especially, that's got to keep things on edge, right? Losing a 3-1
the high from Scooter to winning that round, and then the low of the pistol round.
That's a shock to the system, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like a bloody parking bollard to the head.
And just... There's no progress being made anywhere.
This sucks.
It's starting to get ugly, isn't it?
Yeah, you can tell they're down and out. Like, it's clear to me that the way that they're approaching this situation is not with a clear head, because... they've been doing it almost both maps, buying in situations where they probably shouldn't be, nothing forcing that Galil if that was not meant to happen, if that was not the call of Stewie. That's more to flare up tensions between players in the server, and now he's left with 3.4k. He'll be able to get another Galil, maybe a Tech 9, but everyone else is scraping together a decent buy.
Have we seen an AWP in Skadoodel's hands yet this half? Maybe early on?
We did. We saw it the last proper gun round they had.
Okay.
It's where they took things a little bit slower than I thought, and that's when they pushed middle, actually. Found that frag. So what's the proactive move this time? It looks like they're going to go for a vent boost over towards B. Get someone up there to assist in middle. So 3 players around that part of the map again. That's the core. That's the heart of this map. And if you can control it, you're on your way to finding success. So
we should point out, it has been Immortals controlling the middle portion of this map, both halves. As T's doing those smokes and getting control of it, and even as CT, the aggression is now, I mean, you can just see, like, no one wants to be there. Stewie's just watching for a push, but... they don't even look like they want to mess with it. And they've never really had that great of control. I think the most they've messed with it in this half, Cloud9, is automatic getting out to Sugar Cube and just kind of going for a lurk.
Yeah, controlling middle is so important, right? Because it means you can flank, you can make some early reads. It means that it's just the key to the map. It means you can't be split on all of those factors, right? So Steel is going to put out that Molotov. He knew it was coming. He was standing there before the Molotov was even thrown with smoke prime. So
I think the smoke was bouncing, but when the Molotov got thrown.
Is he a
genius?
Is he in the Matrix right now? It's a B execute we've got. So Lucas and Steel are going to be in a battle right now. Steel is actually going to be able to take a duel because Henny and K&G can rotate through the vent or back to B main very quickly to help out when this attack finally comes in.
Oh, the Molotov's going to slow everything down, isn't it? They've got to jump through it. Nothing's down to 44, and he's the only one through at the moment. There's the drop out of the vents. Good read. Steel has played this round to perfection. Stewie and Shroud do get kills. Shroud's is towards the A bomb site.
Bomb setting back, Jason.
Yeah, that's going to be a fake. Skadoodle falls, though, and it's whittled down to just Shroud and Automatic, and now Immortals feel comfortable. They don't have to contest for this site. They said, get the plant, we'll just retake.
Yeah, and they've still got enough utility on Steel, who's grabbed 3 for the round already. A Molotov, a HNE, and a Flash. That can displace the T's from one of many spots. But KNG, before that even happens, is going to find one. And now Shroud, low on the back of the site, will get taken out before the cavalry has even arrived. And that's match point for Immortals.
Yeah, even if KNG doesn't get both of those kills, you feel that nade on Steel just had Shroud's name on all over it. 15-9, Immortals. This has been a masterclass of the CT half. Reading this,
they have been powdering Cloud9's bottoms on land for as long as I can remember, and it's not going to stop here.
Yeah, no, it's not. Tough times. Well, we were wondering what was going to happen when Cloud9 couldn't get that aggression going on the T sides, and it doesn't look good. I don't know if I want to see it ever again.
They're not finding any openings. There's no space for their playmakers to be able to get in there and find kills, and that's because they're being dictated to, right? They're playing catch up constantly. They can't even get a mid-con smoke right, Jason. It's not what you want.
It's not what you want.
Bolt's about to find some information in A-main, but we have Lucas taking a duel right now. Flash goes behind him, so he's going to get Automatic for free. Getting out of there as well, and he has that backup from Vance once more. Stewie finally finding some space. We'll get one. And almost a second onto Henny there. A 3-on-4 situation now.
You like that. Finally, Stewie seemed a little bit engaged. He gets one, but this doesn't seem like a team attack, right? It just feels like everyone's making their own play as they feel across the map. Nothing's found himself in checkers. Gonna push forward. Lucas is gonna drop a smoke. Has a gap in it. Nothing's just gonna spam that. I'm not sure what that smoke is for. Either way, Steel's gonna come out of vents again and just wreak havoc. Tech9's out. Skadoodle in a spam battle. He's gonna lose it. Down into a 2-on-1. And Shroud's gonna come all the way from the A bomb site. Steel might just walk right into this, but they have to know he's there. He's been lurking in that door for basically this whole half.
Yeah, it seems like he's been left to his own devices quite a lot this half, Shroud, and he has a lot of work to do. A smoke and a flash in hand, so how he uses that to isolate the CTs is the big question here. It looks like he's just going to walk in and see what he can find. If he throws the nade now, he'll give away his position, finds one, doesn't know where the other is, and the bomb is down in B main. We'll go down to Bolts there, and a great team effort from Immortals, grabbing that game and really showing Cloud9 who's boss, booking their spot for the major qualifier, Jason.
Booking them tickets. Like to see it. Yeah, that was a masterclass, I thought.
I loved
Dictating
it.
the pace on both sides of the map.
Look at the scores. Bolts, 25, 22 for Steel, 22 for Lucas, 20 for KNG, 20 for Henny. That was a team effort. And, you know, the most deaths was 16, so they were well and truly in control of that game.
Yeah, they only lost one round in that second half. One T round for Cloud9.
It didn't feel like there was many close rounds, right? It didn't really feel like they were ever under that much pressure. In the first half, it was closer, but the rounds they were winning seemed a bit more clear-cut other than that Skadoodle meltdown.
Yeah, other than the Skadoodle meltdown. Followed up immediately by just an entire Cloud9 meltdown and that pistol run going towards Immortals. So either way, we're going to send it back to the desk. Take it away, boys.
Thank you so much. As you say, that really was a masterclass, guys, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a very impressive showing.
Especially in that second half. The CT performance there from Immortals, it's just so good. They, like the guy was saying, dictating the pace throughout. They seem to be the ones on the offense on the CT side, which definitely is an option for the CTs, but not as much as we were seeing it then. Pushing in where they wanted to, boosting up towards middle, winning all these clutches. It was just such a good counter-strike in the second half. You could see what they were doing as well. They was waiting in key positions and reading Cloud9 like a book. As soon as they saw the flashes, the smokes coming over the map, they're pushing down the choke points, right? Finding the first pick, and it just looked so frustrating for Cloud9. They really couldn't get going in that second half whatsoever. More bad performances from the Cloud9 guys. You could see they're not really operating as a full unit. They relied too much on their stars to actually carry them through big victories here. If you look at the Immortals side, everyone's performing. All 5 players are hitting shots and being part of these clutches, and the crossfires are great. The AWPers are there and ready. It just seems like Cloud9, when they're winning games, they need someone to go absolutely huge to find them these victories, and that's just not going to be sustainable going forward, in my opinion.
How about you, Matt? Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like...
First off and foremost, I thought that was some excellent play-by-play commentary. I really was impressed with the Skadoodle clutch. They really carried that play. But that was actually a really good clutch, although it was really awkward to be able to smoke down. I echo Henry's sentiments, and it kind of, we spoke about that before the game, let's be honest. If Duo's not there and nothing's at the top, things are not going well for Cloud9. I never gave them a chance on this map, to be completely honest. Even if they had a great game on Cash, it is Immortals, and Immortals are very, very good on this particular
the thing is, though, like
battleground.
We said to go into this one, their CT side report. They actually ended up winning the half on the CT side. They crumbled when they got on their T side. It seems like Immortals.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, yeah, okay, 8-7 is fairly even on this map, so that's.
But yeah, but for Cloud9, that's really good, right? That's actually considered amazing. Their CT sides are normally abysmal. So they actually had a great start in that sense, but then they lose that pistol against Henny in the second half. That was like 3 versus 1. Like, what the hell was that? Yeah, sure, Skadoodle got a godlike clutch here, but I think Henny went above and beyond, winning that pistol for his teammates, 3 versus 1. Here it is right now. It was so nuts. And Chad pointed out, like, they actually made a correct play there. Not necessarily the right play, but it was fine. Like, they all faced together, but this gave him multiple targets, but he was just too precise, took them all down. They could have had the crossfires and pretty much guaranteed the situation. That was fine as well. Unfortunately, Henny took them down, and at that point, they just couldn't recover, it seemed. They were so disjointed on their T side, and it just looked like Immortals are having one of those godlike. This is what the round I'm talking about. They just saw the cross smokes come in from that side of the map. Then they pushed around and find that first kill, taking down their in-game leader. They just seemed so frustrated throughout it. They couldn't really get rolling here at all. Reset constantly. Any rounds they did win, completely replied straight away, and they were clutching at straws. I think we only saw the Skadoodle orb twice throughout, and it just didn't seem to be ringing true in the second half at all.
We spoke a little bit just after the train map about Cloud9 potentially being tilted after that, but after both of these together, what do you think the mentality is going to be like in the team now?
Well, obviously in this sort of event, yeah, it's great to get first place, but at the same time, you're just aiming for top 2, right? You just need to get the top 2 spots to guarantee yourself a major qualifier. That's the main objective here, and I think they still will do that. I think
and they technically still could get first place if they are. They
that's
could
right. That's
their way through.
Yeah,
right?
they still can do it, right? But it's looking very likely to be Immortals at this point from that performance. They were the favourites coming in here, and that was very dominant from them. But I still feel like the Cloud9 will be fine. Like, they're not out the tournament or anything like that. Wasn't the best today, but they have played better in this tournament so far. So hopefully we can kind of recalibrate themselves. And I still stand by the fact I do think they rely too heavily on individual performances than they are as a team. If they win the pistol and they get some momentum flowing, then they look great on their T sides. But if anything goes wrong or they lose a clutch, it seems like the team completely crumbles and there's no recovery from it.
So we're going to go quickly to the MVP of that map, the Mummy MVP, and it was Bolts this time. I think this may be the highest impact rating of the day that we've seen.
Of the day, yeah. We had 7.5 yesterday, I think. Was
we got an 8 point something yesterday
Did
as well.
we?
Yeah, yep.
Bloody hell.
That was on the 16-1 though. So
Yeah, that's
a little bit, it's difficult.
a little skewed on that time.
A little skewed, yeah.
So let's see. He's got 25 kills, 12 of which were either trades or opening kills, 2 of which were clutches, and 5. So let's do the math on that. We got 17 kills of his 25 were rated through the system. That's pretty good for impact, I would say.
Yeah.
Don't know how the system works. Chad told me. I didn't pay attention to him. I don't listen to Chad very much.
Well, you can go on sostrong.com. You can find out.
There you go.
Oh yes, that's provided by sostrong.com. Yeah, but obviously not just this one standout player, really. Like the Immortals team just overall looked very, very strong here. And
yeah, there's a reason why they came in as the favourites. They've had their ups and downs, as we mentioned before. They've never actually qualified for a major. At this point, it's nuts to think, right? Considering the stars
they got another chance at least.
Then now they do. Then they're going to make another major qualifier. They've been to like 3 or 4 now, I think. They get very close, and it's always a really heartbreaking map that closes it out.
Yeah, this will be the 4th.
Yeah.
I think. Columbus would have been the 1st. So, yeah,
Okay.
this would be the 4th. So,
And they get so close every time. It's like, it's normally a Swiss format. They normally just lose out at the very last step. I think it was Cloud9 last time, from memory. I think it was on cash against...
Well, no, because Cloud9 didn't make the last one either.
Oh, they didn't
Hence
make
why
the
they're in the
qualifier?
minor.
Yeah,
Hence
that's
why they're
right.
in the minor.
I remember
they did lose a game very, very narrowly
We
at the
casted
end.
it, I remember.
No, who was it? It was right after Vega beat Nip. And
maybe?
the next day they played...
Either way.
I remember it. It was
Yeah.
I remember in
Point still
E-League
stands,
Studio.
right?
I remember looking over at them
Yeah.
as they had the lead and fell apart and lost the game. Yeah, I don't remember who that was. Yeah, point still stands. I just don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look now of today's bracket, everything that we've gone through so far in the playoffs, just to see where we are going into the final day. We see Immortals and Cloud9 having very convincing wins in those first 2 rounds, and then, just again a way more convincing win than we thought we were going to see in this last best of 3.
That's right. So we just heard from the producer. It was G2 they lost
That's
to.
right, because
Very
G2
narrowly,
had to
right?
qualify again. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to say Gambit, but Gambit was already in. So, yeah, G2. Old iteration. That's right.
Just to comment on the bracket as well, pretty standard for today in terms of the results we expected. It's kind of surprised we haven't had a single 3-map series yet. Still, James. Guess kind of lucky for us considering the time zones. But at the same time, it'd be nice to see a game go the full distance. It seems like it's a little bit too one-sided at the moment. Like Immortals look very comfortable throughout this tournament. I don't think they've dropped a single map yet. Looking very, very good indeed. And hopefully they continue that performance. I'd love to see them win the tournament like in clean sets and just show us they really are ready to maybe qualify for the major this time.
Yeah, it's confidence building. I mean, first and foremost, job done. There is a prize pool for this event, bragging rights, if you want to call it that. But the job done. They're in the qualifier. That's the first thing they want. Seeding kind of matters, I guess, if you want to look at the.
I'm sure it helps coming first.
Yeah,
right?
if you come first, you get. obviously you avoid the other person coming into the Americas minor, but the way that it works, or is it again? It'd be Swiss system, so maybe not.
It'll probably help for the first match.
For the first match, that's it though. Yeah. So if it's Swiss system, then it won't matter as much for group wise. But yeah. So I'm gonna take that back. First match is first match. So okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Cool.
but in Swiss anyway, you have to just win 3 matches.
Yeah,
regardless,
exactly.
So it doesn't mean that much. But anyway,
Your opening match is like maybe you have between 1 and 8, you have a skew, but the rest is pretty even. So.
Final thoughts on day 3 before we close out the show?
yeah, just like I said before, just expected results so far. No major upsets, which is weird for CSGO these days. Like normally in CS, we have every tournament, there's these huge swinging results we can't really predict. The last year, it's been like that really. Like it's, as an analyst, it's been an absolute nightmare to say, okay, this definitely should be happening. Then the complete opposite happens every single time. So it's nice to see some consistency and making our jobs a little bit easier. We said Immortals were going to run away with this one, which it did. Looked very confident, happy for them, and hopefully Cloud9 can bounce back tomorrow. So I do think they're going to be the team that gets that second place spot. Or first place spot. When I say that, they've already qualified, right? They'll be the second team to qualify is what I mean.
Yes, of course. And yeah, just a happy boy over there.
I'm not even convinced that they will qualify necessarily. I think CLG can give them a run.
Yeah,
I think CLG
interesting.
can definitely give them a run. I think they should be smiling that they get another chance at them rather than Immortals. If Cloud9 had somehow won this game, Immortals has better consistency than Cloud9 and probably would have beat CLG, but I think CLG can definitely prepare overnight and maybe come up with something to take. Obviously, they've got to go through Luminosity first, let's not forget, but then I think there is a chance.
Well, if that's the case, then we're in store for a great day tomorrow. It is day 4. Thank you guys for your insight today. We're going to close out the show now here on day 3. We're still midway through the playoffs, though Immortals make it through to the grand final. They're our first team through to the major qualifier, and they will have a share of the $50,000 prize pool here. Tomorrow, though, we go through the lower bracket and see if Cloud9 can make it there as well. Stick with us. Thank you all for watching over the last 3 days. Stick with us tomorrow morning, and we'll be